Hey everyone, I'm Mike and I have opinions. The public domain. It's a glorious place where things that leave copyright go to flourish and inspire us all. Or at least that's the theory. In reality, nothing really goes into the public domain anymore unless you explicitly release it there. In fact, by law, nothing published can go into the public domain until 2019. Now, I'm mainly talking about written or drawn works here, books and comics. As far as sound recordings and movies, well, I know little about the intricacies of copyright. Hell, saying I know anything at all about copyright is dubious. It's a tangled mess and could really use a good legal flamethrower. So, what is the length of copyright? Thanks mainly to Disney, the current terms of copyright are the life of the creator plus 70 years. Or, for corporate authorship, 120 years after creation or 95 years after publication, whichever endpoint is earlier. That means that anything made in 1923 or earlier that were still under copyright in 1988 will not enter the public domain, as I said earlier, until 2019. Sure, unpublished works created before 1978 started trickling into the public domain in '03, but that's not really the meat of the problem, is it? Look, I am certainly not against creators being able to make money off of their creations. Hell, that's what I'm trying to do. But the problem comes in when corporations decide they'd rather milk their earliest creations than come up with something new and innovative. And Disney really is hypocritical in this mess. They lobbied quite hard for the 1988 Copyright Term Extension Act, in part because they didn't want to lose copyright on Mickey Mouse. That would be fine in most cases, but what are the bulk of Disney's movies based on? That's right, public domain fairy tales. Snow White, Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, even the more recent Tangled are all based on earlier works that are in the public domain. Of course, those old tales are still public domain, so you can still use them on your own. Just don't make it any way like the Disney versions. They tend to be quite litigious. Okay, I am not advocating the elimination of copyright. That would be a vast overreaction. But we need more reasonable copyright terms than what we have. It's not like you can stop making money from something when it hits the public domain. If you did, then Dynamite Comics or Zenescope Entertainment would go out of business. Next time, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that are in the public domain and why they're awesome. Until then, I have opinions, and so should you.